What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Rash, which was released on the Game Boy Color by Electronic Arts. Now, Rash is, for the Game Boy Color, is a part of the Rash franchise, which was originally released on the Sega Genesis and became a fan favorite to the point that it obviously became a franchise during the 16-bit era and stuff like that. Now, Road Rash is pretty much a combat racing game where you ride a motorcycle and compete against 14 other competitors, where you kick, punch, and use weapons on your way to victory while avoiding hazards and stuff like that. Now, the modes for Road Rash are Start Race, Link versus Racing, Select Tracks, um, Bike Shop, and Options. Now, the Star Race mode is pretty much the main mode of the game, which would be kind of like a championship mode if you were to compare it to, say, like the NASCAR video game series, where you race on 5 tracks and you need to come in first, second, or third place to advance. And the 5 tracks that you race in are Gold Rush in Alaska, Smoking Mountain in Tennessee, Maple Run in Vermont, Mokali Express in Hawaii, and Hoodoo's Revenge in Arizona and stuff. Now, each time you come in a certain place, whether first, second, or third, you pretty much get a certain amount of money to pretty much buy like different motorcycles and stuff like that. Now, once you like really come in second or third, first, second, or third place, the tracks gets harder and faster. You know what I'm saying? And you have to avoid like different hazards, like cars, trucks, oil spills, and other type of hazards. You know what I'm saying? And pretty plus with the Link versus mode, that's the pretty much the two-player co-op mode where you play against somebody else to try to come in first and stuff like that. Of course, you need pretty much 2 copies of Road Rash for the Game Boy Color, 2 Game Boy Colors, and the 2-player cable link to really play against somebody. Now, the bike shop is the most interesting aspect of the game. This is where you see all the bikes you can buy. You know what I'm saying? It comes in like 3 categories, as far as which are ultra light, super bike, and nitro. And, pretty much you start with a specific bike called Shrieking 400, but as you like earn more money in the start race, you can be able to buy other bikes and stuff like that. Like with the ultra light, you can also like buy bikes like the Panda 500, the Shrieking T250, stuff like that and stuff. Now under say like super bike, you can buy different stuff like the Panda 600, the Bandai 600, and pretty much the Bandai 750, the Shrieking 1000, and the Diablo 1000. Now with the Nitro class, all the bikes has an N behind the name of each bike. You know what I'm saying? Indicating that you can use Nitro with each of them. You know what I'm saying? There's the Bonsai 600N, Bonsai 750N, the Shrieking 1000N, the Bonsai 7.11N, and the Diablo 1000N. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, if you don't have enough money to buy any specific bike, you pretty much get this funny caption where it reads, "In your dreams, get a job." You know what I'm saying? And so of course it would be better if you like just earn your money, but it's to me it's going to take a while for you to earn enough money to buy like all the bikes. You know what I'm saying? So it would be better if you like complete like all 5 races like one time to buy at least one of the bikes from one of them categories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, then there's the option mode where you can You can put in a password to resume where you left off at. You know what I'm saying? And it allows you to cut the sound effects and music on or off. You know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics and design for Road Rash for the Game Boy Color are okay with some decent color palettes, but to be honest with you, they didn't age well, you know what I'm saying? Now, the controls and gameplay are decent, but as you progress to each track, it's going to be harder to avoid the hazards, you know what I'm saying, in the game, especially if you get by pretty much getting by one of the better performing bikes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack to me is pretty much the worst aspect of the game, you know what I'm saying? Because it sounds all reggae and muddy, you know what I'm saying, and all that. To me, it is a good thing that you're allowed to cut the music and sound effects on or off just simply for that reason, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'll be honest enough to admit that the Game Boy Color version of Road Rash is pretty much the worst game in the franchise. You know, you're pretty much better off buying and playing the Road Rash games that were released on the Sega Genesis and stuff like that. You know, as far as the score, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a good racing game. You know. With that being said, sound off in the comment section about Road Rash for the Game Boy Color. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it a guilty pleasure? You know what I'm saying? You can even talk about the other Road Rash games that were released. You know what I'm saying? And you can mention if they're better than the Road Rash game for the Game Boy Color, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, signing off.